Well, hello there guys, welcome back to some more Decisive campaigns. We just got a message from Walter Funk, the Rex Minister for the Economics Ministry. As a result of the Austrian Anschluss in 1938, we have available a number of small oil fields that are in a poor state of development. Petroleum geologists have calculated that we could increase the current production of 3.8 million barrels a year to over 12 million barrels in a reasonable period. Now, we don't know what that reasonable period is. It could be a year from now, 2 years. We're not sure, but I definitely want to support this decision. We have 41 political points, so we're going to support the initiative. The Fuhrer is pleased, and pretty good. Austrian oil fields will be fully exploited. Estimated it will take 60 days. That's quite a while. Now, the rail infrastructure for Army Group Center, convert the max amount of Soviet rail to standard gauge without taking time to convert the rail links that feed the workshops, engine sheds, coal loading station, and passing bays. The rail network won't be able to function at optimum levels. We definitely want it functioning at optimum levels. So we're going to try to put things back together, and this is going to cost us 9 political points. But I definitely think it's worth it, and as you can see, von Gerke really likes us. Of course, von Brauchwitz, not a fan of this initiative, and not happy with us. We also have Russian oil. Experience has shown that captured Russian gasoline damages Panzer and truck engines, so we need to add benzene. This is pretty standard stuff, so we're going to request priority refining capacity, and there's only 60% chance of a good outcome there. Have been ordered, and it looks like it's working out okay. So, oh no, Luftwaffe oil level less, previously 100, so we definitely took from the Luftwaffe to make this work. And visit OKW. Alright, I took forward to here, want to meet you here in person at OKW, fair enough, and so far he's distrustful, so we're going to meet with von Brauchwitz. We could take a conciliatory approach and try to get on his good side, I guess, or argue our case firmly. Let's try to take a conciliatory approach. He's satisfied, and his current relationship is poor, but not distrustful. So, obviously, we can improve things. Now, party meetings. It is becoming increasingly apparent that OKH staff are lagging in their attitude to the Reich, the Fatherland, and the Viewer. I'm noticing an increased number of incidents where the values and principles of the party are not being adhered to. Alright, so we have to go ahead and possibly have a party meeting. We could ban all political meetings, which is what I'd really like to do. Allow meetings, but attendance is optional. Yes. Okay. Your chief of staff stamps his feet in frustration. That's okay. It happens to the best of us. And so far, we've got a really good, obviously, relationship with von Brauchwitz. And right now, also a divisional event, a heroic deed. I want to support the award. I don't want to ignore it, so I'm just not going to answer. Sometimes not answering is the best answer, to be honest with you. And I think now, guys, we will see what we can do over here on the front. So we're getting closer to Minsk, obviously, little by little. We want to keep on moving here. I'm going to be moving a lot of tanks, although we definitely need to keep these guys fed, essentially. And right now, I can't see where the general of those tanks is, which is definitely not a good thing. We'll have to figure it out eventually. But I think it's probably a good idea to move this guy up here. And there we go. So yes, the 3rd Panzergruppe is going to move to Vilnius. So they're going to be right next to all those tanks. Hopefully they can support them with some much-needed support. I'm not 100% sure how that's going to work. And a lot of these guys, you can see them that are grayed out, they're resting. Remember, we allowed rest in and basically recuperation for a lot of these units in Army Group Center. So we do have to deal with the fallout, and that fallout is going to be less men to fight the war, but I think it's going to be a good idea. So we're going to go ahead and try and attack this area right here, this Soviet front in front of Minsk. So let's go ahead. We have to list some troops. We want to send in our tanks, the 292nd Infantry Division, and these two guys. Actually, we can keep the 15th out of this, and let's just send these guys in for the attack. Okay, guys, pretty awesome write-up. So 200 dead on our side, 2,400 dead on the enemy side. Pretty good. We did have some men retreat, but the enemy also retreated en masse. And what I really want to do is try to attack that tank division. We could probably wipe it out. But the closer we get to Minsk, the more dangerous things get, and the more careful we have to be. It's pretty much that simple. They're definitely going to be developing some defenses near Minsk. Whether or not these things are going to be effective is an entirely different story, but a lot of the resources we need to get to these guys, you know, it's a lot of work to actually get them there. Let's list some attackers. We'll send all 3 in. Stack of 205, it's perfect. And I think we can destroy this cavalry unit. And maybe force this guy to retreat. Incredibly, the cavalry unit, despite having like no men in it at all, actually managed to hold up. So kudos to the cavalry, I suppose. And let's see if we can attack this guy with the tank. Nope, it looks like we're going to have to wait at least 1 or 2 turns. And I want to keep moving this way to the east, but I really think it's important to go towards Minsk and stay away from this these swamps, the Pripyat marshes. Just not a good place to be. Nothing really there that we actually need, so I'm going to keep on moving. Alright, these guys can wait. And as for these guys, oh yeah, baby, we can start going towards Dogov Bills. It's not going to be easy, but we're going to try to send everybody we can here. Of course, there's also oil allocation issues here in Army Group North, but what can you do? Sometimes you just have to roll with the punches. In this case, we have to go ahead and get this general inside a city, and right now he's stuck outside of a city. So it's going to take a lot to actually get any sort of resources to him. We will cut off the area over here near Riga. Hopefully try to take it. This would be obviously a big steal, and it would also stop any sort of support coming from the United States, you know, in terms of supplies, or England. You know, both could be bringing supplies to assist the Russians here, and we don't want that. Alright, keep moving. Lipyaja is now ours. Alright, he also can't move. We've got to get these guys some much-needed support, but like I said, all we can do now is try and stay at a town that actually provides support. This is obviously one of them. And this guy is really going to have a tough time, let's put it that way. We're also going to attack in the center over here, or the southeast, really. Now, I'm starting to see that I want to keep going this way. It's just what I feel like doing, but I think we have to keep going towards Minsk. So we need to sort of redraw these lines a little bit and just start setting our guys up there on the border. Some of these guys are also in desperate need of some ammo and, of course, some supplies. Even our SS divisions are out of supplies at this point. All we can do is hope for the best, so I'm really hoping that we finally get those supplies over here. Desperately need them. I'm going to try to hit this enemy artillery post, and unfortunately we have nothing we can do to attack it, but we can keep moving forward on our Romanian front. We're actually managing to get really close to places like Broshkorov, and if we can get there, I think that's going to be a big win. Of course, we need to get our general into that town, which we will, but it's good to see all of this land being gobbled up by the Reich and her allies. Here we go, guys. Keep on moving, men. I'm going to keep this Romanian army HQ over here. Actually, we can put them in this town. It's also a pretty effective place to go, and we're going to keep on moving with the rest of our guys. Now, some people suggested we should work on the Finnish infantry divisions, so we will go take a look at them and see if maybe they can do some attacks southwards, try to slam some of these Russian units, but only time will tell, guys. And really the most important thing is hoping that we get that much-needed, and I mean much-needed support. In fact, I'm going to try to play a card here for command is one of the cards, or we could also go ahead and do a rest and refit card. We could once again rest Army Group Center, but I'm not sure that's a very good idea. And yeah, it looks like we can't play any of these cards right now, so it might be either we have no political points to play them, or we just have to wait a little bit longer. Okay, come on, let's take a look. We definitely can't attack there, although we're getting closer. Well, all we can hope for now, guys, is that we get that much-needed supply. We're going to go ahead and end the turn, but first, let's take a look at our Finnish front. So these Finns, yep, I can definitely see the breakthrough happening. We're going to move some of the men over here. And so far, we've also got a German division over here, the 163rd Infantry Division. So we're going to assist against this Soviet unit, and I'm going to take mostly the Finns on this attack. Actually, we can go up to 300, so we'll attack with all units. Let's go, guys. And manage to make those Soviets retreat. Beautiful. Obviously, a few extra kills for us. But we've got to keep attacking here, especially this unit. Let's go ahead and start attacking. And it's definitely not a 300, so we'll send in three Finnish units. Come on, boys. Pretty nice. Managed to get a retreat off them. Not bad. Could be better, but we'll take it, guys. We will definitely take it. And over here, what about over here? Can we hit these Soviet tanks? I don't know how this is going to go, but let's hope it goes well. And let's hope our men have a lot of Molotov cocktails. And actually, we managed to panic and retreat all of those Soviet tanks. So imagine if we could get to Leningrad. That would be a huge victory for us. I'm going to go ahead and keep trying, but I can't promise anything. Although, we can take Vybor. Vybor is now ours, which is very helpful. Now we're going to send in 2 of these Soviet divisions. It's not going to be quite 200, but I think if it was anything like the last attack, we'll actually be able to break a few of these guys. We panicked one of them. Most of them held, but nonetheless, it was a good fight. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the turn, and let's hope that next turn we get a little bit more movement here. I know that's been an issue during the campaign, but I think we can overcome it. Yes, we've delegated 11 decisions, and we shall continue. Alright, so a lot of AI initialization here, which usually means that the enemy is going to be making some big moves. I expect some retreats, maybe even some counterattacks, but they're definitely going to fortify their line at Minsk, just because we've taken so long to break through there. We're very close, but I think that's going to be their main line of fortification, and they're also in front of Kiev, managing to put up some pretty good fortifications as well, but we want to make it to Minsk so badly, and also to Riga in the north. Let's hope both of these things can be accomplished, guys, this coming turn. Look at them all pulling back. We could take Odessa. I think we have some major oil fields to capture. Okay, another breakthrough by the Soviets. So they are still breaking through, but it's good to see some back and forth fighting between the Finns and the Soviets. We definitely want to try to keep them focused on this northern front so it takes away from the rest of their fronts. And it looks like Rovno has been attacked. I think we had a tank division there that just got wiped out. A lot of enemies near Rovno, so we should definitely be careful here as we move forward. Much like the real war, the deeper we get into Russia, the harder movement becomes, guys. Alright, we stood firm there. Beautiful. We want to take Tarnopol for sure. And as you can see, now the Soviets are doing some counterattacks. It's a little creepy because if they can break through here, we have a problem. The entire blitzkrieg comes to a screeching halt, at least right now. And right over here near Tarnopol, they're doing some pretty good attacks. As you can see, that tank RVM 168, we're going to have to somehow intercept those guys. Alright guys, it's going to be our turn very soon here, and I can't wait to see if we have some improved movement, to say the least. Okay, so here we go. Sven saw Unteroffizier Florian banging his head against the wall of a peasant hut today. Bang, bang, bang. The entire wall shook. He'd removed his helmet and was trying to headbutt the peasant abode into extinction. Having responsibility wouldn't be for the faint-hearted, but would it do this to you? So our men are starting to go crazy, and look at all the mud, guys. This is going to slow us down big time. Obviously, this mud will stop any real movement. Now, thankfully, our tanks can start moving again, and we're going to go straight to Minsk, because this could be a really good opportunity to destroy the enemy. At the same time, though, we could also do some attacks over here on the enemy HQ. So I want to try to hit them, and that is Kuznetsov. Very good general here. We're going to hit him with 2 infantry divisions. Let's hope we can break him. Beautiful. A retreat. That's all we needed. And of course, that's going to move him back a bit. And with our tanks, we're going to keep on moving straight to Minsk. And also, at the same time, cutting off all of these Russians over here that are getting a lot of support from that rail line near Minsk. That's definitely not something we want. Alright, we can't get any closer now, but we can unleash Operation Thor's Hammer. First, we're going to unleash it against this infantry unit right here, this lone infantry unit. I think we can pretty much crush him. Let's go ahead for 200 and see if we can panic this guy. Alright, we'll take a retreat. Not too bad at all. And, of course, we can keep on moving forward, and we're still going to affect all of the units here. In fact, I'll move the entire stack, however many of them can move. Oh, we might have to wait a little bit for that. Send this guy forward. Send this guy forward. He can still attack. And even the guys that can attack might as well move forward just to sort of cover this line. Okay, let's go ahead and hit this guy. Go for a full 200. And there we go. He's retreated again. Another attack and he will break down. But let's see how we go against Riga. They've got 3 Soviet HQs here, guys. So we're rolling through the city with tanks. Not the best idea in urban environments. But you know what? We've got to do this attack. Let's see how we do. Okay, we got 1 unit to retreat, but we lost a lot of actual men. Over here, I think. No dead, but we had a lot of heavy infantry die, actually, and I'm sure we lost some important, you know, bits of equipment, etc. There's just no way you can attack and lose this many men and not have some repercussions. But Riga stands strong, so we know we need to keep attacking Riga no matter what. The question is, can we break through? Sending in the motorized division. Even going to send in the motorized division Decisive, but I think with this one we have to be a little more careful, and we're probably going to have to wait for that attack until next turn on Riga. It's good to know though that like all of those Soviet HQs are all bunched up right here, which is not a great thing to do. You should not be bunching your HQs up. I think that's pretty standard rule of warfare, but we'll let them make their mistakes and then we will totally take advantage of them. Let's also go ahead and see if we can attack this area here. I'm sorry, this is Riga. We're talking about Minsk in the south. I am going to attack. So we were outnumbered, and actually our division retreated. We've got to get some stronger guys up there. Anyway, guys, I hope you're enjoying the series. It definitely looks like Army Group Center rested sufficiently to be able to at least get some gasoline, some ammo, etc. But of course, there's a lot more work to be done, and especially over here near Rovno and Kiev on the sort of eastern front, I guess you could call it, we've got a lot of fighting to do, and I hope we do it well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Take care, and make sure to hit that like button and drop a comment for the next episode. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and thank you again for watching.